Tonight, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaking up down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Prescott. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. And, Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that's
pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaking up down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On fourth down, Michael Pilardi on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. On the return is Ward. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Finds a seam inside the 40, and he gets this one down to the 24. And Watkins, you see him there, still down and slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Right back to Sanders on first down. And fights through one man. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down. The numbers for Sanders last week, 14 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
Here's Kaepernick to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. To throw, it's Kaepernick. Dante Smith, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Here are the Eagles now as they're going to go for 2. Kaepernick looking to throw for it. It's caught. And it's 8-0. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Off the play fake, Prescott. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And again, it's Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. The give is to Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. One quarter down, 8-0 the score. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Dallas. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself, at this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
48 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Sanders. And he'll go down at the 28. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. We'll check on his status when we get back. On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. Sanders shaking and baking. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run the counter. Sanders. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. They'll throw now on the final play. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So we have reached halftime. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Here's Smith to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's a throw, Kaepernick. He's going to look deep here for Ward. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the Goddard, the tight end. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Kaepernick going to throw. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as he'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 2nd and 12, Prescott. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Dallas. Here's Ward to return. Powers by at the 40. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Kaepernick. And a slant hauled in by Ruggs. They're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw, Kaepernick. And, oh, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Kaepernick. That is caught. It's the tight end, Goddard. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now Kaepernick again. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Henry Ruggs, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there, but the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as he'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So they try for 2, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So the 2-point conversion trend continues, at least as far as trying those goes. They've attempted them after all 3 touchdowns, CD, and converted now 2 of them.
They're not just dipping their toe in the water, are they? I mean, they're committed to going for 2 points, and 2 out of 3, now with a 22-0 lead. In a sense, they're a little bit ahead of the curve, because normally it would be 21, wouldn't it?
And with the way their defense is playing, I don't know if it matters if they do convert any of these. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. This one to John on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense. Another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, Kaepernick's going to throw it. This is Smith with a grab. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. And it's caught. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, Dak's throw taken in by Jarwin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. 2nd and 8. Here's Prescott. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
One last shot now for Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Philadelphia, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Dallas, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So